Hello guys, so today we are going on a camping trip. It's supposed to be a wild camping trip, but I'm not going to do that. The weather is one of the factors, but also my health. I've got a bit of a dodgy hip, and I've had back pain like since Christmas. So I think it's just the idea, if I go up there and it's really windy and I have to bail essentially. I think I'd really struggle, and it might be a little bit dangerous. I don't know if it would be dangerous, you never know, do you? But we're still going to go camp. We're going to test out this tent in like 50-mile-an-hour winds and see how we get on. I think another part that I should add is we're currently having a storm here in England and the UK generally. Storm Isha. So, yeah, the weather should be interesting. On my way to the campsite now. The wind sounds pretty strong. It's a bit chilly, but yeah, it should be good. Right, I've got the tent up and now I'm trying to undo these factory knotted guy lines, and it's taking ages. Here it is in its full glory. I have the whole campsite to myself. Some construction work going on over there, and then there's nothing. So that's interesting. I hope that's not a sign of what's to come. So we're in the tent. It's a lot quieter than I thought it might be, considering how windy it is. But it's solid, man. It's brilliant. I'm so excited that I've got a tent that I can take on a bit sketchier trips. I'm just going to set up all my sleeping stuff. It's really early. It's like 2 o'clock. I don't know why I'm doing this so early, but I might go for a little walk, 'cause I've not been for one today because my hip's playing up a bit. But I'll get all the sleeping stuff set up, and yeah, we'll go on a little walk. I've got a new piece of kit that I'm going to test out now. It's this. Probably seen them a lot. But it's like the older flex tail model. It's a bit cheaper. The new one, I believe, does it faster. This one takes a little while. I also have to hold it in place, which is kind of annoying. And it takes longer than I thought it would, but apparently you do this sort of thing for the longevity of your kit. But also as well, if I finished a long hike, I feel like I'm going to pass out when I'm blowing something up like a thick mat like this, so maybe it's worth it. That's me mat. I guess another good feature about having something like this is it's I'm still getting used to it. It's a lantern as well. So I'm guessing you just hook it up like this, and it says on the lowest setting. On the lowest setting that'll last for 10 hours. I don't know if that's true, and I'm not going to test it out. Wow. Cool, that's the mat done. Let's move on to something else. My pillow. I got this pillow because it's fairly light, but also it's quite cheap. It's like a blow-up one. It's got one of those bands on it, which is quite useful, but it's fairly big, and I like to have my arm up when I sleep, so it's pretty decent. I should use that to blow this up, but I can't be bothered because it's up there now. That's sorted. Get my sleeping bag. Oh, cool part about this tent, you've probably seen it before, and it's actually one of the main reasons why I bought it, but I'm not sure if that's a good angle. But the actual walking sticks are not preventing this from caving in, but it's giving it a lot of structure, because the tent has like this cross section that's a bit bendy. Yeah, I bought this tent because it's a lot sturdier than any of the others I've had. I've had a Banshee, Van Gogh Banshee. They are like tanks, to be fair, but they don't have this sort of space that you cannot sit up in a, well, I can't sit up in a Banshee, especially if you've got a thick mat. I've got a Lanshan, but again, I wouldn't trust it in like the 50-mile-an-hour winds today. I will check about the 50-mile-an-hour winds, because it seems fairly calm for 50, but maybe we're in a bit of a quiet time for wind. I'll get my sleeping bag out. Okay, so this is my sleeping bag. I put it in a Sea to Summit even bag. It's waterproof. It's essentially a dry bag. My dry bags are quite cheap, and this one wasn't particularly cheap. And the technology behind it is that when you're compressing it, the air is able to get out. Whereas when I'm compressing this, the air isn't fully able to get out, so I've got like a little bit of air in there. It just means you can compact down a down sleeping bag quite well. I guess it can do synthetic as well, but there's just not the same amount of volume to be crushed with a synthetic bag. So this is the Kelty Cosmic Ultra down. It's rated to -7 comfort, and I think tonight's going to get to about 1-2 degrees, but I'll go through the weather in a bit. But yeah, that's my sleeping setup. Let's give it a test. So this is a 2-man tent, but really it's a 1-man tent. But I am going to camp on Thursday night with a friend in this, so that's going to be an interesting experience, where I'm probably going to have to use the vestibules a lot. The vestibules are quite large, so that's not too big of an issue, and when you're sat up, you know, one person can sort of sit more this way, one person can sort of sit that way, and you will have your own space. This is my dinner. I actually rate these a bit. I mean, obviously they're not going to be exactly like chicken curry, but I don't think you ever get a ration pack MRE bloody, it's called dehydrated meal, that's going to taste like the real stuff. And I don't actually like the, can't remember the brand. They're really wet, and I kind of dislike that, because when you're eating them, even with like a long titanium spoon, you sort of get stuff on your hands. Whereas this, I think this is a cool feature. You've got your rip off here, and then you've also got a rip off about halfway down, so this shoving your hands in all this dirt, you're able to actually get to your food, and you actually get to the corners of the packet, so you actually eat what's in there. I like that. Let's talk about weather. So it's currently 2:15. Again, I don't know why I'm here so early. I will go for a walk. The wind's moving the camera about, so it looks like it's going to rain at 4 o'clock. The wind itself is only 25 miles an hour, but the gusts are 50, so it's not actually going to be as bad as I thought it was. Temperature 4 degrees, 4 degrees, 4 degrees, 3 degrees. So lowest the Met Office is saying it's going to be 3 degrees tonight. I don't know how accurate Met Offices or any of them are, but that's not that cold, that's fine. So yeah, Storm Rita just seems to be very, very windy. There's a bit of rain, but nothing crazy. There's some construction work at the campsite. It's very loud. It's extremely quiet now. The building work stopped over there. It's not really that windy. It's quite nice. It got dark quite quickly. It's 5 o'clock now. I never went for that walk I said I'd go on. Just been very comfortable just sitting in a tent. Been using this thing. It's a hand warmer. I don't really need it, it's just like a comfort thing. You can split it into 2, so you got one for each hand. Yeah. Normally, like, this tent would be too heavy for me as a camper. I'd usually bring my line chair, which are a lot lighter. But in these conditions, it's perfect. It did have some really strong wind, and it moved around a bit, but I didn't lose any faith in the tent. It's very sturdy, and this light's really good as well. I didn't expect it to give out so much light. Yeah, having a good time. Probably give it an hour or 2, then I'll make a curry. Yeah, just having a chill one. Sounds like we're getting a tiny bit of rain now. I'd get started on dinner because it's getting a bit cold and I don't want to be doing this later. Probably just have one of the curries now, and then if I get super cold I might have one later. This is probably going to take ages to boil today because it's like 2 degrees or something. It might not even flow. Or I can boil the water, soak both of them. I'll do that. Maybe it's too windy. So, there we have it. I'm going to leave those for a few minutes just to, I don't know what they do, cook, rehydrate, whatever. I'm going to get all this stuff packed away and get back in the tent because it's a bit drafty out here. That's better. Nice pocket of warm curry and rice. It's a good hand warmer. So I did say I was going to go on a walk, but I'm not today. I'm just going to have a relaxed one, and that for me is just going on my phone. I think a lot of people come out to these places and they see it as like a, I don't know, not a real part of themselves, but this is a real part of me. I don't mind coming out here and being on my phone, especially in winter. We're sort of in the depths of winter right now. There's not an awful lot you can do in the dark. So yeah, I found myself scrolling, found myself playing games on my phone and listening to the wind. I think that in itself is just like the ambience of it all. It's enough to get you relaxed, I think. This should be ready to eat. 15% meat. What a boast. 15% meat. Yeah, we're eating like a king tonight. So, if I didn't already mention, it's Decathlon's own brand. Let me get my phone in there and show you. Oh god, where's my phone? It's in my pocket. These never look appetizing, right? So this is what I'm eating tonight. Chicken and rice, 15% meat. Yeah, man. This is what I'm eating tonight. Chicken and rice, 15% meat. Let's give it a little taste test, shall we? I have actually eaten one of these before. I don't know why I'm acting like I've never had it. Oh, I remember now the chicken takes a long time to rehydrate. It can be a bit crunchy. Weird. It's like a crossover between a korma and a butter chicken with zero spice. There's no spice at all. But as dehydrated meals go, it's alright. Nothing quite like being in a tent in a storm, well, storm, with 1,000 calories of chicken curry. Where else are you going to get this experience if not in a tent? Right, gonna polish this off, go to the loo, maybe watch something on Netflix. So yeah. Just watching some YouTube videos. Watching someone called Paddy Douglas. Does similar stuff to what I do. Did a really cool video recently where he was wild camping. I think it was about -6. So yeah, go check him out. He's got a similar tent to this. He's got the Terra Nova one and I've got the Wild Country one. So this one's heavier and made with cheaper materials, but it's the same build. So yeah, go check out his videos. They're pretty good. The wind keeps picking up every now and then, but it's mostly quite calm. Just been relaxing, just enjoying the sounds of the wind. It's really nice being in a campsite by yourself. It's the same feel as wild camping, I suppose, because you know there's no one around. I guess that's kind of one of the things I don't like about going to campsites is when there's lots of people and you can't really, I don't know, control your environment. Not that I care about that, but sometimes it's a bit loud, or I don't know. Definitely something about wild camping that hits the spot different. Yeah. But yeah, every time I put the camera on, the wind sort of seems to die down. But to be fair, most of the time the wind is like this. It's not too crazy at all. So another storm is about to hit us tomorrow. Been looking at Met Office, and that's basically saying that from the wind is dying down quite a bit, and then it's supposed to rain quite a lot from about 8 o'clock. I don't know if you can see that, but it's 95% chance it's going to rain. It's a really annoying time for it to start raining, to be honest, because, well, I think I'm going to get up about 6ish anyway, so I have a possibility of actually missing the rain, which will be nice, because it's always like an annoyance putting the tent down in the rain. You get a bit wet. It's just not ideal. So if I wake up at 6 o'clock tomorrow, that'd be great. It just means as well, when I get home, I don't really have to like air out my tent as much. Yeah. It just means I don't really have anything for breakfast, but if I get up that early, I keep all this stuff on, put my raincoat on, grab all this fairly quickly, and get there 7 o'clock, 7 something train. Yeah, I'm off to Nottingham tomorrow. I need to get there for about 9, 10 o'clock-ish. So, quite a busy couple of days. Although, obviously I am blessed in the fact that it's a Monday and I'm camping. It's not often you get to do that. But I've got 2 weeks off of anything right now, so I'm just going to get outside as much as possible. The temperature's really nice as well. It's 5 degrees according to Met Office, so, and it is reasonably okay considering we're winter camping. My hands every now and then are getting a bit cold, but yeah, been enjoyable. It's currently about 8 o'clock, so probably go to the toilet one last time, maybe try and get my head down, because it's quite an early start tomorrow, and when you're camping, sometimes it's nice to have a bit of time to come round. I'm very impressed with this tent though, really impressed with it, because every now and then there is a gust and you do really feel it, but the tent itself, I've been looking out of this side window and that's kind of where it's mostly hitting. With this tent you're supposed to put either the head or the tail at wherever the wind's coming from, which is the west right now, but at this campsite it's a bit of a slope, and because of that I just prefer to be pointing downwards and rolling to the side all night. I don't know, you should probably put your tent integrity in front of your sleeping position, but I think the poles on the side really reinforce it really well, so it's not too much of a worry. I think if the constant wind was 40 mile an hour, then maybe I'd have done that way, but with it just being gusts, yeah, not too fussed. Right, we're good at loo. That's always the worst bit about camping, isn't it? Going to the toilet. See you in a bit. I think we're gonna go to sleep now. It's about 9 o'clock. Pretty still, pretty chill. New storm drops tomorrow, so that'll be interesting to see what that's all about. And we're back out later in the week with a WoW camp up Kinder Scout, hopefully. See you in the morning. Morning, guys. It's 7:30. I've just woken up. Can't remember what time I went to sleep, but once I got to sleep, I slept pretty much all the way through, which is great. The brain's gonna start at brain's gonna start at 9 o'clock, so I'll hopefully come around, get everything packed up before it starts properly. I didn't bring any food for breakfast or drink or anything, so I'll probably, I don't know, just crack on and get on the train and get home. Fairly comfortable sleep last night. I was just sliding a lot. Like, not massively, but I don't know, I just felt like I was all over the place. Because I'm not usually like fully in my sleeping bag, because I was like this. And I was using this as like a little eye mask, which is really good actually. Oh, feels a bit chilly this morning. I can feel it on my face. Oh, such an itchy head. Right, yeah. I'll probably lay here, waste a load of time, and then get up last minute to try and get the tent down before it starts raining. If I had any sense, I'd get up now, but I can't. I didn't beat the rain, but oh, kind of gives me an excuse to just lie here forever. Getting out of bed in a tent is like 10 times worse than getting out of bed at home. That's because before you can get out of your tent and have it fully packed away, you have to be in your tent, rolling up your sleeping bag, rolling up your sleeping mat. And you're sort of freezing while you're waiting for that to be done, or whilst you're doing it. So it's a bit of a band-aid you have to rip off to get out of the tent. God's sake. Let's just go check the name. It's called Storm Jocelyn. 70-mile-per-hour winds and a lot of rain. And that's about as much that I'm going to read. Something like the jet stream from, I don't know, places. It's all very technical. I do find myself getting more and more interested in the weather though, the more that I'm out here. 5 more minutes. It's really annoying. I don't know if it's just my fat ass, but I've been like sinking that way all night. been a bit annoying. I don't know whether to wait till 8 o'clock to start packing stuff up, because the cafe opens at 9. I might go there and get a coffee. I should have brought something warm to have this morning, but I really like the sound of the rain though. I need to stop thinking about putting the tent away, because that makes me not upset, but it's not ideal. I just need to listen to the rain. That sounds mint. Bit chilly. To be fair though, it's alright, especially once you get moving. But you hold on to a metal GoPro. Chuffy freezing, man. Oh. Sort of waiting for the cafe to open, but it's not till another hour, so I guess I'll be. I don't know what we're doing. I'm gonna try and pack my stuff away. Campsite all to myself. Now I'm gonna start putting everything away. I think I'm feeling a little bit warmer. You often do when you actually get out of the tent and you do a bit of a walk. But yeah, just get all this packed down now, slowly, and way over to the cafe. Just sitting here thinking about nothing really, just looking at the rain on the tent, but I've noticed where the zip is on the fly. There's a couple of tents that are like this. Some of the MSRs are the same, a couple of Nemos I think. But this zip looks almost perfect to drip into this bucket here. I guess that's just something you're gonna have to pay attention to when you're opening the tent, but yeah, that could be a bit of a worry, to be honest. 10 minutes till calf opens, so I'm gonna put my tent away. I think this wall here is sort of what protected me from the wind last night. I mean, I did purposely choose to be here because of that reason. So either that worked or it just wasn't as windy as I thought it might be. Also, the ground under the tent's like clay. I knelt in it and almost lost my knee. Yeah man, sausages, avocado, tomato, mushroom, eggs. It's the vegan breakfast. I ate that food probably in record time, and now I have to quickly get to the train station because my train leaves in 4 minutes, but it's running late, which is perfect for me, probably awful for everyone else, but I hope we get it. That breakfast came with eggs, and he asked me, how do you want your eggs? And for some reason it might have been like sleep deprivation or just waking up, I just sort of looked at him and laughed, because you know, like, with a kiss, those sort of things come into your head from jokes you've heard from your friends, and I think he knew what was going on as well, because he was sort of laughing. I managed to get the train home and get the train I was running for, so that was great. But thanks so much for joining me on this camping journey. We're in hometown of Sheffield, doing another camp Thursday night, so subscribe And I guess we'll see it. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.